Hi, Tile at Interfidelity here. Today we're going to talk about 3M Dual Lock. This is a material that is kind of like Velcro, where you can stick this dual lock together and attach things to each other. Just like Velcro, it has adhesive strips on the back. You can pull the layering off and stick it to something. But unlike Velcro, both sides are identical. They're sort of like little mushrooms that stick up, and their caps go past each other and lock together, and then you can't pull them apart. It's just a little bit thicker than Velcro, or about the same really, but maybe a tad thicker. There is a lower profile version of this available as well. Anyway, the reason why I bring this up is that it is not easy to stick your headphone amplifier to your iPhone and have it work really nicely. And portable audio for headphone enthusiasts for a long time has been a little bit of a complicated affair, where people are trying to figure out how to get the amp and the player to stick together very well. And over the years, a number of approaches have been used. When I worked for Headroom, we made a strap for the Little that had or the micro portable that had a field of Velcro on it here, and you adhered little Velcro dots to the bottom of your player, and then you could stick it on there. The problem is that it really doesn't stick terribly well, and it gets worse over time. The Velcro kind of wears out, and it becomes a little less secure over time. And also, the Velcro has a little give to it, so the two pieces aren't really firmly attached together. Another approach that's been used in the world of headphones for a long time is attaching things together using these silicone rubber bands. And this works fairly well, except that when you put an iPod or something like that on top, you run the risk of the rubber band going across one of the buttons, and even in its best, it always goes across the main activating button here, so you kind of have to push through the rubber band to get at it. So just before the CES earlier this month, I really wanted to figure out how to do something, and I came up with this idea with Dual Lock and my iPod and Touch and my iPhone that are encased in the OtterBox Defender series cases. And the OtterBox Defender series case has an inner plastic, hard plastic case, and then an outer silicone covering. And so what I figured out to do is to with the iPhone in its case, is to cut openings in the silicon part, but not through the hard plastic part, and to insert dual lock in these openings, and then I could attach my devices, and you can hear it's a nice firm click when they go together, using the dual lock. And this is a very firm closure system. If you go to the article and the link below the video for you YouTube viewers, there's some pictures on exactly how to do this. And it holds extremely well, much more tightly than Velcro. So that worked out really cool for my traveling system. Now I don't have any rubber bands covering buttons on the system, as you can see, and my iPod Touch is very easy to get to. I can remove it easily, get to all the buttons, not covered with any rubber bands. Just for your information, this is a Cypher Labs algorithm solo D to A converter and a Todd the Vinyl Junkie TTVJ Slim underneath here. This was sort of my high-end reference listening system as I traveled around the booths at CES. But I also wanted one that was really easy to carry around, that I really could put in my pocket, because of course this you really can't put in your pocket. And so I got my iPhone, but I also have a head amp Pico Slim. This is one of the smallest headphone amplifiers out there. And in this case, what I did was cut a similar hole in the outer silicon shell of the OtterBox Defender case on my iPhone, and I cut a hole in the leather covering of the leather slip cover for my Pico Slim. And then I attached the Velcro directly, or not Velcro, the dual lock directly to the Pico Slim and to the plastic substrate underneath in the Defender case. And then in this case, they're both very low profile, so I can use this iPhone by itself and not have a big bump here. But when I put the two together, and I just have to line them up, give them a push. It has a nice little click, and now they're very firmly attached. I really have to pull quite hard to get them apart. So that's very, very secure way of attaching portable devices. The other advantage of this particular setup of an iPhone with the OtterBox Defender case and a head amp Pico Slim is that you can still use the camera on the back of the iPhone, unlike with larger portable headphone amplifiers. Prior to using the dual lock, I couldn't attach the Pico Slim to the iPhone without having a rubber band that went right across the front of the display here, which was just simply unacceptable. And I had a hard time thinking how I could use that Pico Slim successfully. And this way it works great. Once I got home, I said, well, I spent a lot of time on my iPad watching movies. I said, well, I should try to attach my Pico Slim to an iPad. So I also have an iPad with a version 1 iPad with the OtterBox Defender series case on here as well. But in this case, there's a rear compartment that opens up so you can get to the connector here. And I just simply put a strip of the dual lock here and place the Pico Slim against it from head amp, and then put the connector in. And now I've got a really convenient headphone amp on the back of my iPad. So this works really, really well. I'm really pleased using the 3M dual lock for these kind of applications. There's a couple of kinds of dual lock, as I mentioned before. It comes in clear and black. Radio Shack has a version in black that you can buy in small packets, and I bought these at Staples. You can also buy it by the roll from various places, and on the bottom of the article there's some resources about that. This particular number, 3540, uses rubber adhesive, and the rubber adhesive is a little bit easier to clean off than the acrylic adhesive using Goo Gone. There's links to all of these materials and where to buy dual lock on the article on Interfidelity's site. So I'm really happy with my new gadgetry and the ways to hold it together. And as you can see, I can now take my iPhone and attach my Pico Slim, and it fits in the pocket of my shirt easily still. And so I'm thinking that this stuff is sort of one of the key ingredients to putting together a cool portable headphone amplifier system. Hope you have fun playing with it. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.